There are many characters in Genshin Impact that may seem noticeably stronger than others, and that's a pretty normal thing for any game. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the best, seemingly overlooked characters in Genshin Impact. Anyways, let's get straight into it. Alrighty, so today I'm going to talk about Xingqui. Xingqui is easily among the best enablers in Genshin Impact, but in order to understand why, we must first take a look at his skills. Xingqi's basic attack is nothing that special. He attacks 5 times with a sword, and that's about all. His elemental skill is a melee attack dealing hydro damage. The ability provides rain swords for 15 seconds, which will be present among any of your active characters. Initially, you have 3 rain swords, and whenever your active character takes damage, a sword will shatter, reducing the damage taken, and healing the character by 6% of Xingqi's max HP. It's also important to note that the damage reduction scales on Xingqi's hydro damage, and that Xingqi gets a 20% hydro damage bonus from ascending him to phase 4. Finally, the swords will also increase the character's resistance to interruption. Lastly, Xingqi's Elemental Burst. This is unquestionably his best ability, as for 15 seconds, this makes your active character's attacks each trigger a consecutive attack that deals hydro damage. And with only a 20-second cooldown, there's only a 5-second period of downtime on Xingqi's ult. This means that he can near constantly affect enemies with a wet status. It should also be noted that Xingqi has some incredible hydro damage from his ability while off the field, even without elemental reactions. Before we talk about what this means and why he's so good, I'd like to quickly point out that I'm pretty new to the platform here on YouTube. So if you like what you see, feel free to drop a like and subscribe to see new content every week. Also come check me out on Twitch, where I stream Genshin Impact 3 times a week with my fellow viewers. The link will be in the description below if you're interested. Anyways, getting back into the video. Hydro is one of the best combinations for a Pyro DPS due to the 1.5 damage multiplier from Vaporize. Vaporize, along with Melt, has the strongest scaling in the game due to it literally multiplying your current damage. This means that the stronger your character is, the stronger your Vaporize or Melt proc will be. While you compare Xingqi with almost any character for some constant elemental reactions, his ability to produce continuous Vaporizes with a Pyro DPS amounts to some of the highest numbers you'll see among any other DPS. My Bennett here isn't a great example of big numbers, as he's only level 60 with some trashy support gear, but you get the idea. Now that you know why Xingqi is so good, let's talk about a proper build for him. Due to a longer elemental skill timer of 20 seconds, using Sacrificial Sword will be his best in slot. If you don't have a Sacrificial Sword, any sword with Energy Recharge main stat will work fine as well. As for artifacts, you're going to want an Energy Recharge Sands, Hydro Damage Goblet, and crit rate or damage depending on what you lack for the circlet. I recommend a 4-piece Noblish Oblige set, as it'll give you an attack boost, maximizing your damage dealt from your ultimate into DPS combo. You can also use 2-piece Noblesse Oblige with a 2-piece Wanderer's Troop or a Heart of Depths. Thunder Soother 4-piece is also a valid option if you pair Xingqi with the Electro Kaching or Razor. As for the substats, you're going to be building him just like a damage dealer, prioritizing crit rate and crit damage, then attack percent, and finally energy recharge. For his talents, you're going to want to upgrade his Elemental Burst first, then his Elemental Skill, and lastly his basic attack. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today. If you liked what you saw, then consider subscribing. Also check out my Twitch, the link will be down below. Anyways guys, until next time, peace.